He sometimes comes late.
So, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
No.
Noelle doesn't want to be in my video. Boo-hoo. She doesn't want to be in my video. She doesn't want to be in my video. We saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
I'll be, so
You're gonna be in it?
we saw Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It was kind of weird, but the ending was really good. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it really was a satisfying ending. I mean, your provider's here now?
Yes.
Okay. So what did you think of the movie?
The movie was weird and it was really good. The ending was really good. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
What did you think of the villain?
The villain was really mean. It was not.
Do you think he's like one of the greatest villain? Do you think out of besides Thanos, do you think he's like the most? Am I even showing?
Wait, okay, right there. I'm sorry.
Do you think he's the most diabolical villain?
He's a really bad, mean villain. He's really super bad. Yeah. And Corey, it's your turn.
And he believes he's doing the right thing. Like, this is a villain
Super Smash Brothers. Are you gonna win that or not?
So yeah, to continue with what Noelle and I were saying, like, Rocket goes through some horrible, horrible shit. And to be someone who's been through under abuse, I mean, I was abused by my dad. My dad and I had an abusive relationship. I had father issues. And Rocket had, symbolically, a father figure who was very abusive. And that was the High Evolutionary. The High Evolutionary was someone who saw the world as perfect, but he didn't see things the way he wanted things to be, and that's why he created Counter-Earth, and that's why it's not spoilery, it's actually, you see it in the trailer, so just to be clear. But this movie, if you're someone who's been abused and had father issues, friendships who were there for you, even they were abused and they were there for you through the very beginning, and something bad happened to them, or just something like that, this movie symbolically represents that type of meaning of what abuse victim goes through. I mean, we all were hinted at it in the first Guardians when Rocket Raccoon was drunk, the bar, Volume 2, was it, I think, I don't know, but this movie symbolically represents an abused victim, and how dark we can go to hide all those bubbled, hidden, tortured, abuse, neglection. I mean, Rocket had, in a way, symbolically, the High Evolutionary was a father figure, but he was an abusive dad. I mean, the High Evolutionary was a dark, cynical man who for years had things he's seen that were bad, dark, so he wanted to make things the way he wanted it to be. That's why he created those inhuman animal beings. And that's why he created Counter-Earth. And it's really all about passing, getting over things, Peter Quill getting over Gamora's death, and this new Gamora coming in, this new Gamora from the alternate timeline. I mean, if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame or Avengers Infinity War, go watch it. That's a spoiler for you for what I just talked about. But yeah, this movie symbolically represents what abuse is And I'm not talking abuse of animals, but abuse on people, on human beings, how we have felt when we are abused. And I don't just mean from father issues, mother issues, I'm talking about just abuse in general. My mother was abused in a relationship, in a dark relationship, boyfriend relationship time, and yeah, this movie at its core, James Gunn represented people who are abused and how we feel neglected and treated, how we all feel like that our abuser makes us feel like we're not worthy, we're shit, we're not just garbage, we are just imperfect beings, and how we're just not great. Even I felt that when I had my father issues, or when I had my dark, abusive nurses. I felt like I was imperfect. I felt like I was just not worth life because of how they treated me. And I don't think they knew that. But yeah, this movie really represents abuse and how it feels to go through that. And we really go in the mental state of an abuser. Actually, really go into the mind of the abuser in this story. And I don't think we ever seen that in Peacemaker, don't get me started on that Peacemaker movie or series. I mean, that was not really good an abuser representation. Trust me, it really, that's just nasty. That was nasty of James Gunn to create of Peacemaker. And during the times when there were a lot of school shootings, don't get me started on that, please. But yeah, James Gunn really created a redemption of himself as a director, movie director, and a writer. I mean, come on. This movie was fucking good. It was really awesome. It was really heartwarming and dark. It was very dark storytelling. Like, I've never seen a superhero movie this dark. And I've seen Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, and when it comes to me being abused and knowing what abuse is like, this was a dark, great, dark representation of an abuse is like. So, yeah, that's my authenticity of what, coming from someone who's been abused, who was in abusive relationships, father issues, #father issues, all that. So James Gunn did well, and I hope, I have one question. How is Star-Lord, the legendary Star-Lord, ever going to return? Wait, I didn't do it right. This is Ravager Corey Daydream, signing off.